Alright, back at it again. Here we are with Battle City. We've got Ishizu, and Ishizu is going up against Arkana. So this promises to be could be a pretty decent match between these two. As we set up, I will also go through some comments that I've had. I've seen a lot of new names coming up in the comments as well, which is very cool. Just scrolling a bit as... Okay, shout outs to Solaris Jackson. Shout out to Marcus Wilbrand. I have seen your name before as well, Marcus. Rummy the Booze as well. Shout out J Madrid 1412. As Ishizu went with a face down defense and a face down spell or trap. Master Hero with the E's as 3s. Attack on Yugioh 92, that's another new name that I've seen as well. Oh, Dark Magic Curtain, that's a 4,000 life point exchange, but you do get to summon a Dark Magician out of this. Billy 2K819. Samwise 495, that's a new name as well that I've seen pop up. And John Allen 1883. So shout out to all the new commenters out there, as well as my original OGs, Jason Presland, Joe Lowe's, and oh, Kelbeck has been flipped up, and Arkana's Dark Magician has just gone back to his hand, so he's lost 4,000 points already in this match for almost no return. SCH292 as well comments quite a lot. Josh Sweeney, aka Shepherd, as well. Catalowans as well. There's Legion the Fiend Jester as well. I actually wonder how many people who from like very early on who got onto the channel are still watching. I wonder if Claytown and Jesse Gordon, I wonder if you guys are still watching as well. There's Mystical Elf for Arkana. As I say, never forget the original OGs. Alright, Ishizu in command here with that Duman's the Dark Witch on the field. Dunames the Dark Witch. There's Keldo. Could summon Angel 07. That is a very good card as well, Angel 07. She decides to hold and summons Keldo, I think that card was. Alright, Mystical Elf. Okay, that's a win for Arkana there, a 2,000 defense now. And Ishizu didn't do much with that turn. She only got that face down defense. And face down from Arkana. Arkana's the sort of duelist you don't want to give him too many second chances to fight back, if you can help it. Angel 07's a 7-star monster. I always think Angel 07 is a 6-star monster for some reason. And there it is. It's a good card. When this card is tribute summon, it gains the following effect. The effect of effect monsters cannot be activated. So, for example, Apprentice Magician there. It was destroyed, so Arkana could have drawn a 2-star monster, but he can't now. All of his effect monsters will be negated, or they cannot be activated from the effect of Angel 07. Mind you, it only gets that effect when it's tribute summoned. If you special summon it with Monster Reborn or something, that effect won't work. And Ishizu does also have a Mudora in her hand as well. 200 points per fairy monster in the graveyard is also a very good card. And there we see it, Mudora, so that'll be at 2100. There's 3 fairies in the graveyard. And that'll mean that Mudora gets over Mystical Elf, and now Angel 07 goes for the face down. And that face down was Malice, the Doll of Demise, that creepy Chucky looking doll. But now Arkana's defenses are getting worn out. Ishizu has 2 strong monsters on the field and almost double the life points. Oh, pay 1,000 life points. Special summon 1 dark spellcaster type monster from your hand or graveyard. That could be a Dark Magician, and it is. So for the second time I've seen a Dark Magician come to the field. Okay, and that will likely spell the end for Mudora. It does. Ishizu down to 7,400 life points now. And she draws, ooh, a blast held by a tribute. So if Dark Magician attacks, Ishizu will be able to activate that and destroy Dark Magician and inflict 1,000 points of damage, which Arkana doesn't have a lot of life points left as it is. However, Arkana just sits. He didn't go for an attack. There's Zolga. Possible that Ishizu could, yeah, set that down, use it as an attack bait for Dark Magician. Alright, 5 cards in hand for Arkana now. And, oh, Dark Magic attack. Great play. Destroy all spell and traps if you control Dark Magician. And one of those cards was Blast with a Tribute. That is an absolute clutch draw for Arkana. He has no idea how lucky he was just now, unless he saw that card go to the graveyard, but wow. Very, very close to losing his Dark Magician and probably the duel. The duel from that. Alright, there's Doriado that goes face down in defense. And the 2 of them are now pretty much at a standoff until one of them either powers up their monster or there's a 3rd spell or trap for Arkana. So he's got a bit of a beefy looking field. He does also have cards like Spellbinding Circle and some cards that could affect Angel 07. There's Kelbeck. Another Kelbeck. We could see Dark Magician go back to Arkana's hand for the 2nd time in this duel. Oh dear. Arkana has no idea what's coming. It is Kelbeck, but Angel 07, let's not forget about that. Because Angel 07 is on the field and it was tribute summoned, Kelbeck's effect doesn't actually activate, which I did just notice that as well. Okay, there's Drag down into the grave. Each chooses 1 card from their opponent's hand. Oh, there's Magical Box. Or Mystic Box, sorry. And now Arkana will get to choose a card from Ishizu's hand, and he goes with these. Oh, there's Card Destruction as well. Wow, alright. With Card Destruction, we did see that Arkana did have a few decent monsters in his hand as well as Dark Magician, so possibly that Ishizu does go for Card Destruction to get rid of that hand. There was another Dark Magician in there as well. And she does. Oh, there's Cycle of the World and also Demise King of Armageddon. For Demise King of Armageddon, you need to have the exact... Oh, for that Cycle of the World, I think you got to have exactly 8 stars. It can't be over. Obviously, it can't be under, but I don't think it can be over. It's with one of the ritual cards that Ishizu has. There's a Remove Trap. And Arkana now with 4 face downs, and Ishizu doesn't want Arkana building up monsters. Oh, Old Vindictive Magician. And that'll do it. Oh, no, no, no. Angel 07's effect won't activate. Damn, Arkana probably should have saved that card. With only 3,000 defense, it is still a good idea to have a defense if possible. There's Magical Dimension. And he's tributed Dark Magician. You can then destroy one monster on the field. And skilled Dark Magician comes to the field. In exchange for that Magical Dimension, Angel 07 is finally gone and Ishizu now defenseless. And skilled Dark Magician also has the ability to get a Dark Magician to the field once it has 3 spell counters. It now has 1 with the effect of Pitch Black Power Stone. And Breaker the Magical Warrior as well. So with a spell counter, any spell or traps that Ishizu put on the field also will not be safe. But it looks like Ishizu might be cooked in this first match now after being ahead on life points for so long. 1900 comes off along with another 1900. Combined to make a 3,800 point loss, and now down to 3,600 playing 3,000. Arkana's making a bit of a comeback here. In fact, Arkana's done more damage to himself. In fact, I think Arkana's done all the damage to himself. I don't think Ishizu has actually touched Arkana's life points. It's from the effect of Dark Magic Curtain and that other one which he paid 1,000 life points to get Dark Magician back. Dark Magic Veil or something. There's Magical Contractor. And gives Ishizu 1,000 knives in exchange to get a Dark Magician back to his hand. But because that spell card was activated, it does allow skilled Dark Magician to get that 3rd spell counter. And skilled Dark Magician's effect activates, that goes to the graveyard. And was there any other card that Arkana could have activated instead of using 1,000 Knives to go to Ishizu's hand? Because that's a good card if you got a Dark Magician on the field. Anyway, it's starting to look very dicey for Ishizu now. That's a very big risk from Arkana attacking with Dark Magician first up. Probably should have gone with Breaker just in case that was another Kelbeck. But it wasn't. 1900 off Ishizu, and she can only last one more turn. There's Guardian Angel Joan, which does not help Ishizu in the least. And Arkana is going to pick up the first win on this 26 turn duel. So we had a bit of a match in this one. Alright, direct attack. And that'll do it. And Ishizu has no more defense, and we will go on to match 2. Alright, let's reset up the lobby again as well. Any more comments that I could give a shout out to as we set up? I don't think I saw any new ones. Shout out to my man Inari Fire as well. Appreciate you, bro. How is life in Canada right now? Amamiya Casual as well, one of my original OGs. Okay, what has Arkana got here? Royal Magical Library. That's a good card. You can get some draws out of that. It's good for an Exodia deck too. So Ishizu has first turn, and she's got some thoughts going on. She's gone with the face down defense and end of the world straight off the bat. Down goes Ruin, Angel of Oblivion. If this card is ritual summoned, it can make attacks on monsters twice in a row. So Ishizu could have held that, but it doesn't really make that much difference. Arkana's got a 2000 defense on the field, as we see. Swords of Revealing Light is in play now as well, so Ishizu will be able to set up for the first 3 turns of this duel as well. Okay, there's Yugioh. So now a 1700 and a 1500 on the field for Ishizu. Pitch Black Power Stone is flipped up from Arkana. He's probably anticipating an attack. And it does. Royal Magical Library is now flipped up. Each time a spell card is activated, place 1 spell counter. When it has 3, you can remove the 3 spell counters and you can draw 1 card. It is a very useful card. Alright, Pitch Black Power Stone. We'll give it 1. And Magical Blast. Inflict 200 damage to your opponent for each spellcaster. During the draw phase, if Magical Blast is in the graveyard, you can skip your draw phase and draw Magical Blast to your hand from your graveyard. It is actually a very good card. And Legion the Fiend Jester has gone down in defense mode. Remember, Swords of Revealing Light is still in play. Ooh, Kestis of Dagla. And it's a very, very good thing for Arkana that he's got a Magic Jammer on the field, because that would have given the Queen of Oblivion up to 2200, and then any battle damage starts upping Ishizu's life points. Very good move to get Kestis of Dagla. Magic Jammer was waiting there. There goes Legion the Fiend Jester, which does have an effect. Pretty good one too. You can add Spellcaster monster to your hand. And it is Mystical Elf. It's another 2000 defense. Arkana didn't opt to get Dark Magician to his hand. Instead, opting for the defensive mindset here. Says yes to Magical Blast. Magical Blast will allow Royal Magical Library to get another spell counter. A Royal Magical Library now with 3 on it, so Arkana will be able to get a draw anyway. So Magical Blast combined with Royal Magical Library is a very, very good combo. Very good combo attack here. Summons Neo the Magic Swordsman in attack mode. That will equal that Ruined Queen of Oblivion. 400 points from the effect of Magical Blast. Another spell counter for Royal Magical Library. Magical Blast goes back to the graveyard, so Arkana may decide to skip his draw phase again, utilising Pitch Black Power Stone and Magical Blast to up Royal Magical Library so he can continue to draw his cards. He's got a great strategy going on right now, Arkana. That's what he does. Magical Blast comes back, so Ishizu's life points are very slowly getting knocked out here. And Pitch Black Power Stone activates to put another spell counter down onto Royal Magical Library, which now has 2. That'll go up to 3 again when Magical Blast is activated. Alright, down goes Mystical Elf. It's another spellcaster, so if that flips up, Magical Blast will start doing 600 instead. There's now an ability to draw from the effect of Royal Magical Library. And, ooh, Dark Renewal. That is a very good card. That is a very good card. The possibility to get Dark Magician to the field. Neo the Magic Swordsman has attacked Shining Angel. And pulls another Shining Angel. Okay, Ishizu now puts Shining Angel to defense mode. Ruin Queen of Oblivion still in attack mode as well. And Arkana says yes again to Magical Blast. Another 400 points. He won't be able to get a draw phase this time, but he does have that Dark Renewal card on the field. Oh, and there's Kelbeck. Neo will go back to Arkana's hand, but he's lucky there because if he did pull something strong and he attacked Kelbeck, yes, it does go back to his hand. And oh, Mudora. That's 1900. Now that was a normal summon, so Dark Renewal now can activate, and Mudora. So unfortunately for Arkana, he has had to give up his Royal Magical Library, and he hasn't gone for Dark Magician, he's gone for Magical Marionette instead. Now the thing with Magical Marionette is an extremely good card. Each time a spell card is activated, you can put a spell counter on it and it will gain 200 attack. You can remove 2 spell counters and you can destroy an enemy monster. And the fact that Magical Blast is in the graveyard as well. Okay, again, down goes Neo, the Magic Swordsman. Magical Blast is activated and that will put Magical Marionette now with a spell counter and 2200. If it gets another one, it can actually use that effect and it will be able to get Kelbeck off. Ruin, the Queen of Oblivion, is destroyed. It got to the field and it didn't really do much. And there goes Yugioh as well, which does get a dice roll and it fails for Ishizu. If you get the right dice roll and you've got that level of monster in your graveyard, you can special summon it. Possibly getting yourself an extra defensive shield. Arkana thinking about getting Magical Blast back. He might as well. Oh no, he selected no. Why has he done that? He could have used the effect of Magical Blast there. He could have actually got Kelbeck off the field, but he's drawn Opticlops, which is a decent card as well. Oh, there's another Kelbeck. And electing not to destroy Shining Angel, it does mean that Ishizu won't be able to draw a card to the field using Shining Angel's effect. She goes with another face down defense and only one card in her hand, so Magical Marionette will be able to come back here, and this time Magical Blast comes back. Arkana is fumbling around a bit with his plays there. Alright, Mystical Elf has just been tributed. Magical Blast is played. It'll do 400 points of damage. I think all of the damage and life points this duel has been done with Magical Blast. Opticlops attacks Yugioh. And oh, the dice roll fails again for Ishizu. There goes Shining Angel. And its effect does activate. Oh, Spirit of the Harp. Now, I do believe in Ishizu's deck, I think she only has 2 Shining Angel. I think Spirit of the Harp was the only card that was actually available to her. So she has flushed a little bit of points. Maybe she should have pulled that a little bit earlier when she had Shining Angel. And she had a bit more defense then as well. She might not have thought that she needed it. Down goes Zolga. And Ishizu chooses to get rid of Zolga and Neo. I mean, Kelbeck's still on the field, so if Ishizu wants to destroy it... Well, if... Arkana again has funneled that play. He could be using Magical Blast to... I mean, he's just drawn Mystic Box, so... But literally, you could remove 2 spell counters, unless Arkana's player has just literally forgot that that was part of the effect. But yes, you remove 2 spell counters and you can target 1 monster on your opponent's field and destroy it. So Arkana not using Magical Marionette to its full capabilities, however, he is still winning. There's Card of Demise, draw until you have 3 cards in your hand. During the end phase, send your entire hand to the graveyard, so Ishizu obviously isn't happy with what she's got. Plays infinite cards, which will strengthen Magical Marionette. The thing is, Ishizu, yeah, she's got nothing else to play. Swords of Revealing Light. Now Arkana can't be attacked. I think it's only a matter of time here. I mean, Arkana probably could have had it won by now. Alright, Magician of Faith flips up. Magical Blast is brought back. And activated. Now, Keldo is on the field. Please, will you use your spell counters? Okay. Arkana, it really is just playing with Ishizu now. He could have beaten Ishizu about 10 times over by now if those spell counters were utilized. However, Ishizu with no cards in her hand, I think Arkana's just playing here. And it's very risky, but I mean, because there's no reason for Arkana to get Magical Marionette to 3200 attack points. Mind you, having 3200 attack points is fun, but... And Apprentice Magician, and it's all over for Ishizu now. Even without utilizing Magical Marionette to its full capabilities, Arkana won this very comfortably. And look at that, 3400. It is... Magical Marionette is a fantastic card. When it's used to its full capabilities, it's even more devastating than what we saw in this duel. Arkana finally picks up the win. Could have been done earlier, but no, you know. Was he just playing with Ishizu, or was he maybe just not quite read the end of the effect? Just saw 2 spell counter, 200 points, and just stopped there. Anyway, that is the end of that match. Arkana took that one in straight sets. Ishizu not usually getting beaten in 2 sets like that. Let's have a look at who is playing next. Now this is the last match of this round. So Arkana defeated Ishizu. And to start off next round, we've got Yugioh going up against Mako, and that promises to be, hopefully, on paper, it promises to be a great match. Hopefully, it will deliver. So that will be coming out tomorrow. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Thanks for leaving all the comments as well, wherever you are in the world. Stay safe. Take care. Farewell.